can't tell if this looks stupid or not. Hello, welcome back to this week's vlog. I feel like it's been a while since I've given just an update about my fitness and how like all of that stuff is going. I feel like I've just like shared a lot of stuff on Instagram, shared some stuff here, but haven't really gone in depth to review stuff. So that's what we're doing this week. Just an update about how my fitness journey is going, what my body's looking like, some struggles I've been having, some wins I've had, and just kind of like what I've been doing fitness related. I've talked a lot about my diet and that kind of stuff on here, but I haven't really talked about what I've been doing working out wise, so I wanted to share a little bit more about that. In a couple of vlogs ago, I shared that I was going to be working with Powertrain for their remote coaching program, and I am in my second month of doing that and I'm loving it. So I'm just going to share a little bit more about that in detail and some things that I've done to change my diet since we last kind of went over all of that. Just kind of like a little sit down chat day. Let's talk about my diet and kind of like what that looks like. So if you have watched my previous vlogs, you know that I've been eating a paleo-based diet for the past 3 months now. I started eating paleo when I went to see my naturopathic doctor. I talk about that all in a previous vlog, which I can link here. Please go back and watch that if you want to hear about that more in detail. But yeah, so I've been doing that for 3 months. I started tracking what I was eating in MyFitnessPal, I don't know, probably 2 months ago, just to like see where I was at calorically. But I really didn't really like know or understand what I was doing. I kind of just like put my goals into MyFitnessPal and let them tell me like how much I should be eating, what my macros should be, like all that stuff. I reached out to my coach Mitch because he told me that he's going to be offering like nutrition coaching and all of that kind of stuff. And I felt like that area, while I know what to eat, like I don't really know what my calories should be at, like what my macros should really be at to help promote weight loss, but also like muscle gain and all that kind of stuff. We met this past Monday and he really walked me through everything based off of how active I am, what my goals for my weight are, and that kind of stuff. And I felt like that was so eye-opening because what I realized is I was like significantly under eating what my daily caloric intake should be. I think I was eating like 1700 calories based off of what MyFitnessPal was telling me. And what Mitch showed me was I should really be eating at like 2100 calories per day. And then my macros have not been right either. Something that I also learned in this journey is you're supposed to eat 1 gram of protein per pound of weight. So I weigh about 153 pounds right now. So I should be eating 153 pounds of protein per day. And I was definitely not doing that. I think I was getting like 90 to like 100 grams per day. So I've really started to push up my protein within the past like 2 weeks. And then I met with Mitch on Monday and we talked about it further in depth, and I've like really tried to stick to like checking my macros on a daily basis, mostly focusing on getting protein because that's the one I struggle with the most. Another thing that I've started to do is I've started to test what things my body can accept back into my diet. I was eating super strict paleo for about 2 months. And I started to hit a plateau. I lost about 12 pounds from the beginning of January until the middle of March. And I felt like I was getting really tired. I wasn't just like able to do everything that I had been doing. Again, after talking with Mitch, he recommended that I definitely needed to be eating more carbs, even though I wasn't eating gluten or anything like that. He encouraged me just to try to eat more carbs outside of like the vegetables and stuff I was eating. So I've started to add in sweet potatoes, brown rice. I've added in gluten-free pasta and wraps. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people get like this, and it might just be me, but I feel like there's a lot of women that can relate. You're told one thing when it comes to your nutrition, like don't eat carbs, don't eat this or that. And then there's people that are like, meh, you know, like they're not as strict about it. And I've really struggled with figuring out like all this research and all these people I listen to and like the research that they reference, like the scientific studies and all this stuff that they talk about. And I'm by no means any expert. It's hard to sift through all the information and figure out like, is this the right thing for me? And I also get really hard on myself if I'm not sticking to something that somebody tells me is the right thing, and then I start to veer down a different path. I feel like, oh, well, like I'm failing, but really I'm just developing my understanding of nutrition and developing what's best for me and figuring that out along the way and learning, which I think is super great. And I've kind of started to accept that you know, like I'm not always going to know exactly what is best, and like research is going to always come out. Mitch is going to educate me on what's best. He can encourage me to look at my nutrition a little bit differently. And I really appreciated that, his perspective. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, calorie deficit, focusing on your macros, that stuff's the most important. I've basically given myself a little bit more slack and allowed myself to add things back into my diet, eat a little bit more intuitively, not be so strict with myself, kind of take that stress off of me and just focus on my macros. And like what fits into that is what fits into that. If that means I'm eating a sandwich over a salad because I need to get more carbs in for the day, so be it. If I get to, you know, the end of the day and I haven't had enough protein, really getting in more protein at dinner, I've started to make sure I always have protein shakes and protein bars as a snack, especially if I'm on the go, because protein is the most satiating nutrient and it's going to keep you fuller longer. So that's what I've been doing. And plus, because I struggle with getting enough protein, I just want to make sure I have something protein on hand at all times. So that's what I'm doing with my diet. I'm still figuring that stuff out. I still am trying to keep dairy and gluten to a minimum, but I'm definitely adding more carbs. And I did start trying to eat some Greek yogurt to see how my body reacts to it. Digestively, I've been fine, but I've started to like get some pimples and acne. So I think that it's related to the yogurt. That's the only other thing I've really changed lately. So I'm just gonna continue to monitor that, see if that's really what it is, and maybe pull that back out of my diet. But yeah, I just feel like I need to slowly be adding stuff back in just to figure out what is going to be best for me long term, because the less restrictive I am, the more sustainable I feel like my diet is going to be for me long term. Weight wise, like I shared a little bit ago, I've down about 12 pounds since the beginning of this journey and this year. I've just been sitting at 153 for like the past month, and it's been frustrating for sure, but I'm kind of just like letting it go. After talking with Mitch, I realized that like I'm lifting a lot of heavy weights. I'm doing things just a lot differently than I have in the past. And so I don't know that reaching 140, my pre-pregnancy weight, is going to be super realistic, but I'm going to use it as a benchmark along with my before and after pictures that I've been posting on Instagram, you know, taking pictures, tracking like what my body actually looks like aesthetically, and then also how my clothes fit. I'm gonna do like a body comp show today. So let's do a little body reveal, show you what my body's looking like. I feel like you can tell in this vlog, maybe it's just me and like how I'm recording, but I feel like my face looks a lot slimmer than it has in previous vlogs. It might just be the angle, might be the lens, but I feel like I look skinnier. My neighbors just got home and I was like creepily looking out the window and they saw me and I'm just like, they're younger. They probably think I'm such a weirdo. They're like probably like, what is this woman doing in her freaking room? They probably think I'm recording for OnlyFans. I'm gonna take my shirt off, show you what my mom bod is looking like. This is my current physique. That's what I'm looking like right now. So overall, I feel like pretty proud of myself as far as what I look like right now. when I started this whole journey, I was really focused on like the number on the scale and being skinny and like just having this kind of unrealistic picture of what my body is going to look like. And I've figured out through this process that I want to be strong. I want to be healthy. I want to be fit and athletic. I want to have a toned body, but that's not the only thing that matters. Like, the aesthetic is very important to me just because it's what makes me feel confident in myself and my body. But I also like to be strong and be able to lift heavy weights and like that kind of thing. So I don't want to compromise one over the other. I don't want to tell myself that I need to be like super, super small. I want to do this all in a healthy way. I don't want to starve myself. I just like really am focused on the longevity, sustainability of what my body and life is going to be like through this journey. And while I know eventually I'll hit my goals, I know I'm going to start to make new ones. And it's not just going to be like, okay, Jen, you hit this goal. Like, you're done. No more work. Like, it's just not like that for me anymore. It's more, okay, that's one milestone. And then there's going to be another milestone to set after that. I hate this. I have like a train of thought and then I get super thirsty and I forget what I'm talking about and I just start drinking. Also, isn't this cup like cup goals? It's just so cute. I love it. Starbucks always gets me. I just want to go a little bit over like what my actual workouts look like. Now, Mitch programs for me Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's lifting focused. So I'm starting to focus on heavier weights and less reps. I'm doing things like deadlifts. Like a lot of things that I honestly hadn't done before that are weightlifting related. Probably not going to be the best at explaining like the style of exercise that I'm doing related to weightlifting. So if you are interested in learning more, check out Powertrain's website, schedule that consultation with Mitch. He can go over everything like that. Obviously things are going to be different for you than they are for me, but this month for me, I'm really starting to push heavier weights. I do some form of cardio after my workouts that Mitch adds in. So I do every minute on the minute exercises. I do AMRAPs, so as many reps as possible. I'm trying to think what else I started doing for 4 times. So a certain set of reps, cycling through each thing for however long it takes me to do all of them. Today I did burpees and dumbbell snatches and it was a bitch to end my workout with, but it was a really good burn. Tuesdays and Thursdays I kind of do my own thing. Sometimes I run, sometimes I ride my bike, sometimes I do like a different type of weightlifting. Mostly I'm doing cardio though. And then I like to sit in the sauna too if I can. I like to do that like twice a week at my gym because I just think it helps like refresh my body and kind of like de-stress. I like meditating in the sauna. Yeah, just kind of like a mental thing for myself that I like to do. If you have any questions about the remote coaching program that I'm going through with Powertrain or anything like that, please feel free to comment at me below or DM me on Instagram. I added a link in the description of today's video for a page on their website that you can go check out. Add my name into that form as a referral. You get a free 1-hour consultation, no obligations. I 100% recommend meeting with them. Obviously, I'm not an expert. I can only share about my experience, but I'm really, really loving what I'm doing right now in my lifting program. Everything is personalized. It's all set based off of your goals, things that you want for yourself, your fitness level, everything like that. So make sure to check out that link if you're interested. Also, a note, I'm going to be starting a new series on my channel focusing on newborn life and tips that I have for new or soon to be moms. So make sure you keep a lookout for that in addition to all my fitness and life videos. So I'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.